they did it in drama. I thought history was boring.
All about people who were dead.
Not very cool. And nothing to do with today.
Or tomorrow. Or the future.
But since we learned about minimalism
And physical theatre.
And telling stories using actions and words.
And dance. And music.
With just a few props.
Just a stick.
And a drum.
and a xylophone, we found we could tell an epic story. So here it is. Oh, and it's called
Boudicca, a Norfolk woman. In 60 AD in Celtic Britain, everything is peaceful and nothing is written.
Our leader is dead.
Our king is gone.
The redhead girl.
Our queen thereon. The Romans stole her riches, her land, her crops, and her creatures. Battering, starring.
Eating. They left our hearts weeping.
Sadly we cry.
And sadly we cry. And sadly we cry. At the rape of the daughters of the IC9.
Revenge, revenge, getting some revenge. Gathering up with friends to make your lives set. Every city we exist, you better watch your back. Cause me and my friends ain't cutting you no slack. To Colchester we go, gonna make a big show. You'll all be slain, we don't care about your pain. On to London town, set the place alight. No one is spared, we're not afraid to fight. For a lady in this last, we've had such a blast. The IC9 no best, we ain't gonna rest. The Holy Roman Emperor, Nero was his name. Ordered Coriolanus to march them home again. The Romans were on their way, and when they arrive, they're gonna leave no Iceni alive. The final battle of Watling Street was a bloody stake. The Romans beat the Britons, or did they celebrate? She didn't want to suffer by the Romans' life, so she ran into the woods and took her own life. The great Iceni warrior, Boudicca was her name. She's gone down in history for being such a pain.
And now we go back 2,000 years.
To the death of Prasatagus,
The leader of the Iceni tribe. And Boudicca's husband.
our leader, Prasatagus.
Is dead.
him into your care, sweet mother. Take him into your care, sweet mother. Our noble warrior
to the other world.
I've come by the decree of the Roman Emperor Nero to seize your land, livestock, and wealth.
This is Iceni land.
This belongs to the Roman Empire now.
We made a deal. Half for you Romans and half for us.
That wasn't a grant, that was a loan. I've come for that and more.
We made a deal, and I shall not break that.
Your husband should have known what would have happened. He was a foolish man.
For us Iceni, inheritance runs down the female line. My husband was a Clyde king.
What's going to happen to us? We're doomed.
Who's going to look after us?
The future of our tribe is at stake. Never fear. Mother will look after us. She must have a plan. She is strong. We must trust in her. Come.
I'll be back in a week with a legion. Farewell.
This is Iceni land. Do not fear, my daughters. We shall gather the other tribes, and we will be victorious.
But the Romans did return. They kept to their word. It was awful.
They seized her.
They flogged her.
They beat her. How could they do this to our queen and to us, the Iceni tribes? after this, she fought back. She gathered her tribes to fight the Romans.
You have learned from past experience how different freedom is from slavery.
Yeah! We have been trampled underfoot by men who know nothing else than how to secure gain.
Even at this late day, let us, my countrymen, do our duty, while we still remember what freedom is.
Freedom!
Or if we utterly forget the happy state in which we were born and bred.
What then will our children do? Reared in bondage!
Yeah!
The slaughter began.
Throats cut, limbs hacked, flesh gashed, hearts pierced, veins opened, heads severed. Rivers of blood, rivers of blood, rivers of blood. Winding. Pouring, gushing through the streets of Camalodunum,
Victorious warriors of Britain,
wielding their staves on high, ripping out the soul of the Roman Empire.
But it must have been hard for the Romans too. I know, I find it really hard when I have to leave home.
yeah, they must have really been missing Italy.
And they didn't have any Wi-Fi or Facebook or Twitter.
They didn't have those in Italy either.
Oh yeah. They were quite advanced. I mean, they wrote letters. Dear mother and father, I am shattered after a long day of marching. We've been marching for 3 days, and tonight, finally, we reached Verulamium. My feet are aching, and I haven't slept properly since we left. I sometimes try to count myself to sleep, because if I can't sleep, I'll have no energy to fight. And what use will I be then? They say we are to battle the infamous boudicca tomorrow, and I pray to Jupiter all is well in the battle, and that the men return home safely. We've suffered terribly with the cold English weathers, and I long to be back in Rome. These conditions are not ideal for fighting. The mud comes halfway at my shins. But the battle must be won, in order to prevent Boudicca and her army's murderous rampage from progressing any further.
Our days are long, and the men are weary. We might be exchanging stories around the fire along the walls. Only a few moments of free time we have left. The men having marched miles in formation. It's all
However, on a positive note, the food is surprisingly good, but nothing like home. I miss it all terribly. Hopefully I shall return soon with Iceni blood upon my sword. Don't worry about me, mother. I'll be back before you know it.
Oh, my love, Julius.
The slaughter began.
Throats cut, limbs hacked, flesh gashed, hearts pierced.
Veins opened, heads severed, rivers of pain, winding,
Pouring
gushing,
through the streets of
Londinium, victorious warriors of Britain,
building the staves on high.
Ripping out the soul
of the Roman Empire.
from the line of the fort's wall. We're defending the fort to stop our enemies from climbing up the walls or even digging underneath them. So we stand on top of the tower and shoot arrows along the top of the wall.
The nights are enjoyable. We all sit around a nice warm fire and we share stories before we rest for the night. Some even tell us on how they encountered the redhead.
I've seen her, you know. Boudicca.
What did she look like?
You want to go out there alive?
I have. She's fierce and tall, with red hair down to her knees, encasing and encircling those who dare step close in a daring tangle of brambles. The field of doom.
Anyway, time to sleep now.
But we will return to Rome victorious. All my love.
Marcus.
Julius.
Leo.
Romulus.
Antonius.
But it must have been hard for the Romans to fight too.
Yes, Paula is rallying the troops to meet Boudicca.
Attention!
Disregard the clamours and empty threats of the natives, for in their ranks there are more women than fighting men. When they see the arms and courage of the conquerors, they will break immediately. Even when a force contains many divisions, few among them win the battle. Just keep in close order.
Throw the javelins and carry on.
Use shield bosses to fell them.
Swords to kill them.
Do not think of plunder, for when you have won,
When we have won,
you will have everything.
we
will have everything.
The slaughter began!
Throats cut.
Flesh gashed!
Hearts pierced. Veins opened.
Heads
Severed.
Rivers of blood.
Rivers of blood.
Rivers of blood.
Rivers of blood. Rivers of blood.
Rivers of blood.
Winding.
Pouring.
Gushing through the streets of Verulamium.
Victorious warriors of Britain.
Wielding their staves on high.
Ripping out the soul of the Roman Empire. Soldiers, march!
Dear mother and father,
We've been marching for days.
over here it's wet, cold and dark. I can't bear it.
My shoes haven't been dry since I got here.
I long to see the warm sunshine of Italy. I miss it so
I
much.
can't remember a day when I saw it in England.
The only thing worse than the weather are the people.
They are basically savages.
Our army is well trained, and I'll fight to the best of my ability to do my country and my family proud.
If this may be the last of my right shoe, let me say how proud it makes me, your son, with such parents.
Yours lovingly,
Janus,
Maximus.
Prometheus,
Nereus.
Julius.
We Britons are used women commanders in war. I answered from mighty men.
But now kingdom and wealth.
I am fighting as an ordinary person for my lost kingdom, my bruised body.
My outraged daughters.
The gods will grant us the vengeance we deserve.
Consider how many of you are fighting and why.
Then you will win the battle.
Or perish.
Let the men live in slavery, if they will!
Watling Street.
Final battle. So far, the score was
3-0 to Britain!
one more win.
And the Romans will be defeated!
The Iceni tribes watch their army led by Boudicca. The warrior queen confronts the Romans.
Fighting for her bruised body.
Her outraged daughters.
And fighting to end the Roman occupation of Britain! Britain! Britain!
The Romans are outnumbered by 3-1.
The Britons have defeated every army sent against them.
And have destroyed their greatest cities!
The Britons made the first move.
Clattering their shields against their swords.
Ha! Run! Charge!
Hurl themselves
At the enemy!
The Romans let loose their javelins. They fly out into the sky. A great rush in the air, slamming into the flesh of the horde.
A second volley of javelins followed, soaring through the air, killing, crushing the front line.
A second wave of pelted warriors charged a crash into the wall of the Roman shield, receiving the sword up into the belly and into the ribs.
Thousands of Britons lie dead on the battlefield. Still, the Iceni charge forward, but are funneled into the narrow end of the battlefield.
Wave after wave of warriors continue to charge, rotating their swords and shields, advancing towards them.
The warriors are forced back!
And then the cavalry plows through the horde, hacking and slashing apart.
The Britons try to run, but are trapped, crushed against their own line of wagons.
They are all knocked down to the ground, crushed to death. The Romans show no mercy, sparing not even the women or children. We must clear the area. If there are any Romans around here, they won't be alive for long.
It is safe, my queen.
Which way do you now? Take her over there. Oscar. Laura.
Rise.
It's understood.
Tasker.
Come with us, girls.
No! Stop it! No!
There's nothing left for us now. The Romans have taken everything. I won't have my daughters suffer again. We've shown that we Iceni are a brave and powerful people, that we're not afraid to fight, to die.
So, what's the point? Well, it's a tale of resistance.
Of brutality, of a powerful woman.
Fought for her beliefs.
A fight against imperialism.
The Roman Red Crests.
A sophisticated, powerful army.
And people who are considered primitive.
Barbarians.
And it happened here.
In Norfolk.
In Caister, in Swaffham, and in Bedford.
Long, long ago.